What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I cook this delicious fall off the bone oxtail. So guys, stay tuned. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean my oxtail. I have already trimmed off some of the excess fat. I've washed with vinegar, and I'm gonna go ahead and rinse with some lemon juice. You could totally use one or the other. You don't have to use both. Lemon is optional. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse this properly. I'm gonna go ahead and season. Here are the seasoning I'll be using. Over here I have some paprika, some all-purpose, some garlic herb seasoning, black pepper, Cajun seasoning, and complete seasoning. I won't be using any salt. Here is my green seasoning. I will leave a link to this down in the description box. I'm just going to go ahead and add about 2 heaping tablespoons of this green seasoning. Guys, this green seasoning stuff is magical. Now guys, for the salt, as I said, I won't be using any salt because most of these seasoning have salt in them. I will, however, taste down in the video, further on down in the video, to see if I need any salt. And I'm just going to go ahead and massage this properly. This I did went ahead and do this overnight, but if you don't have overnight, you could massage this and just let it sit for about 3 to 4 hours, but I did this overnight. Now fast forward to the next day. Here I'm adding a little bit of oil to my pan. I'm going to go ahead with some brown sugar, and I'm going to caramelize this until I reach the desired color I like. Now guys, for this part it can be really tricky because if you leave it for too long or unattended, it will burn and turn into a big black mess. So you want to make sure that you stay attentively, or guys, if you can't manage this step, you could totally go ahead and use some browning. That's totally fine too, but I like the flavor that the brown sugar gives. It gives a depth of richness, a hint of sweetness, and a bunch of niceness. So I highly recommend this step, but if you can't, just go ahead and use your browning. So I'm just going to mix this until I achieve the color I want. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adding my meat. Now I'm going to add the meat to the pan, and I'm going to allow it to brown on each side for a bit. So guys, I'm going to keep turning until I achieve the color that I want, but you want to make sure that you leave it so it can get some color. The longer you cook it, the more intense the color will get before you add any form of liquid, because meanwhile it's cooking, it's going to release its own juices. I'm going to cover this and allow it to brown. Now I'm just going to go ahead and start turning them over so the other side can get brown as well. And you want to make sure the heat is on medium to high. And I'm going to keep doing this until I achieve the color I'm looking for. Now that I have achieved the color that I'm looking for, I'm going to go ahead and transfer this to my Ninja pressure cooker. Now guys, this can take a long time to cook, but if you want to do it by the stove top, by all means go ahead. I'm just going to transfer this to my pressure cooker. I'm going to rinse out the bowl and the pot that everything was in. I'm going to go ahead and add some vegetable stock. Now guys, you could go ahead and just use water, but I had the vegetable stock on hand and I was like, why not? But water is totally fine. And I'm going to go ahead and pressure this for 30 to 35 minutes, but I'm going to do it in intervals. And guys, you want to pressure onto your desired doneness. You want to do it until it reaches your desired tenderness. Now I'm going to go ahead and transfer back my oxtail to my pot, and I'm going to finish my cooking process. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some veggies to this and some other seasoning. So here I have bell pepper, thyme, onion, more bell pepper, carrots, jalapeno, and scallion. I'm going to go ahead and add this. Now you could go ahead and add your Irish potatoes if that's what you like. You could add any other veggies that you like. I'm going to go ahead and give this a good mix. And guys, as I mentioned before, you want to taste as you go along. So being as this is cooking for a while, I'm going to taste to see if I need any more seasoning. I went ahead and add some more seasoning. I'm going to give this a good stir and allow this to cook down for another 30 to 35 minutes until the liquid is reduced and the meat is nice and tender. If you have reached this far and you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscription button, turn on the post notification bell so you never miss any of my upload. My oxtail is nice and cooked and so delicious, guys. Until then, I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.